Alright, so, following our smashing success in the Aza incident, we've been dispatched to Diadem, the city of the
What do you
clouds.
need? Maybe I have something I
We
can share
did
with
so
you.
well. At all of our tasks,
no.
everything went
I just
perfectly
wanted to check
according
if
to
Mom sent me
plan.
letters.
We definitely
I'll be
didn't
right back.
mess
Stay
anything
put.
up for anybody. And this is totally reasonable.
So, before we leave and make our way across the sky, Sagi needs to check in with the shop because it turns out we got some mail.
Is that a thing?
That is, in fact, a thing that is now going to happen.
Well, alright then.
A letter. It's from Mom.
Dear Sagi, have you been taking care of yourself? Teak and Watcho are up to their usual antics here at home. Every day's an adventure. How are things with you? Are you getting to do the things you want to do?
Absolutely cannot believe that
Sagi,
hometown
I wish
survived.
you were a little kinder to yourself. Go
You
out
know,
there and
there's a
find
lot of
something
game left.
special for your own sake.
No one's saying it's
Not
going to
just for
survive
you
the
or the kids
whole
at the
time.
orphanage.
Maybe it just a
Nothing will
brush
bring
with
me
death
more
this
joy
time.
than to hear you've discovered what you really, truly want to do. It's not much, but I've enclosed some Magnus and spending money. Treat yourself to a good meal. It's on me. Take care of yourself, mister. Love, Mom.
Thanks, Mom, but we're a JRPG protagonist. I think we're good.
I mean, she sent us a booster pack, so that does make her
Oh.
a better mom than some.
Allowance?
Yeah, that's
She's
something.
always treating me like a kid. Don't worry, Mom. I'm doing what I want to do. Right?
I appreciate that both of these
bet.
answers come down to
Helping Mom and the others
wait
is
what?
exactly
You
what I want
are?
to do. Mom says that doesn't
Whatever.
count, but she's wrong.
You're muddling
enough
through
for
this
me.
existence.
Anyway, I'll have
Maybe
to
if this
run.
goes wrong, you can quit and be an
Come
attorney.
on,
That seemed to
let's go.
work out pretty well.
Millie and Gilo are waiting for us.
Pretty sure we'd have to retire to a Nui or something to go anywhere that would actually understand what an attorney even is.
It's all good. We just show up and present things and point at people.
Yeah.
It seemed to
there
get
was
the
one.
point across.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We can go now.
Well, that was definitely something. That was hyped up way too much.
Vessel, vessel, where's my vessel? Hey, you don't think he meant those itty-bitty ones, do you?
He probably did. See? There's 3 of them.
Get out! That can't be! Oyster Ferris, are you joking?
It's just being economical.
Ah!
That said, those things do look, each of them, big enough to hold 3 people. So I don't know.
I mean, they probably are. I don't know if I would... Is seaworthy the right word here?
Skyworthy.
I don't know if I count them as being
Master
skyworthy
Sagi,
enough to
I've brought you a ship.
cross
For
all the
Quaestor
way
Varys'
to
orders.
another
Meet the speed.
island.
Listen, you! Where did you learn to pilot that thing? You almost whooshed us into oblivion!
Your pardon, miss, but the Speeda is a powerful ship. Twouldn't be right to hold her back.
Are you here to help us or kill us?
Anyway, this seems
I
like
told
nice
you we
and,
heading
and,
to
and
Diadem.
tasteful and restrained.
All aboard, then. The Speeda will have you there in a blink.
Oh.
There's something to be read into the style here. Hell if I know what it is, though. But yeah, I don't know about this and like how this fits into the grand scale of like boats. that are in the sky. I don't know how you summarize this one, but like this thing where we try to have airships and they're just like literal boats, but they fly. I don't know where any of this fits on that scale. Thinking about that reminds me of Rogue Galaxy.
So somewhat new to this game is that if we really wanted to, we could just fly directly to the church or the Colosseum. Not sure why you would do that, but you can.
Is there stuff to do?
No, it's the exact same as if we teleported there using the save flowers.
I mean, fair enough. Makes sense for us to be able to do that. I'm not gonna comment on anything going on in the frame here, but
You must be the emissaries from Alfard. Greetings. Diadem welcomes you. My name is Celsica. It will be my honor to accompany you to the castle. I'll take you to see the king right away. Please, follow me.
So what kind of morally questionable nonsense are we going to get up to this time?
It's admittedly kind of hard to tell, but I can't, are they dancing on the rail or, like, behind it?
Yeah, it's weirdly difficult to make that out.
King Laocoon is in sword practice right now. I hope you don't mind walking a little ways to the training yard.
Sword practice? You mean the king actually fights in battle?
Of course. Diadem's monarch also serves as knight captain of our order.
But they say King Laocoon is still just a boy.
Yes, that's right. His guardian, Rambari, goes through so much grief.
Grief?
Oh, I'm sorry. Pay me no mind.
Sure, whatever. Great. Child kings. This is fine. This barely registers on the scale of JRPG nonsense.
I appreciate that this sequence gives us, like, literally every opportunity to just go wander off and fuck off and do something else. Like, seriously, after every single one of these segments, it's like, come talk to me when you're ready to proceed. And, like, you have to do it, like, 4 times to reach the king.
These men,
they're devoted, and look how well they move together.
Oh, you can tell.
Move
The knights
together.
of Diadem
They're
today are probably
fighting.
the strongest in our history. We've certainly moved up a rung since the late king appointed Rambari instructor. Rambari's roots are as a fisherman, but we all respect him as a knight. I suppose that means the late king chose wisely. Please, this way.
I want to know what was in the notes of the guy who animated those.
I know, I personally am a big fan of the artwork that they have on display. I'm not sure if it's the same that was in the first game, but like there's definitely, like, at least one person down there in that painting is screaming in agony.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. But it is something.
I'd wager the Knights of Diadem could stand against anything, even one of those monsters you hear about of late.
So, you know about the monsters?
Don't worry, I have a feeling we're gonna find out the truth of that
Fortunately,
pretty
there
soon.
hasn't been a sighting in our kingdom yet.
What yet? Doing a lot of lifting?
But I have heard of your own Sir Baelheight's exploits. That he's already slain a few of the beasts. Here we are at the training yard. Please, go right on in.
Uncle Ram, we can finish the lesson later. Any minute now, they'll be bringing in the day's catch down in Ashira. I can't miss that. Gib, come by when you're done. You better be there.
Sire, come back! We've barely even started!
Don't worry, I won't be long. A king's gotta know his kingdom. Gib, I'll be waiting.
He is far too tall to have that voice.
Yeah, I had a similar thought.
Like, compare that with the other literal child in frame.
Come back here!
Like, what's going on here?
I'm going too, Pop.
Gibari, blast it! What kind of rubbish are you putting into the king's head? Now he's off to stare at fish guts. You know the legends. Disaster will befall our land the year the king sees Nashira's catch.
Wait, what?
You and your myths. Tell it to the cloud gulls, old man.
What the hell kind of a myth is that?
I didn't put anything in Khan's head. He's always been like that. Later.
Like, also, I don't know, like, burying the lead here of like, hey, it's a returning guy. But that's not important. I'm more interested in this myth.
Sir Rambari?
So help me, the next rod that boy sees won't be the kind you fish with.
Like, I don't know, it's not exactly the Ravens leaving the Tower of London, is it?
Sir Rambari!
Ah, Celsica. What's the matter? Who do we have here? I see. Well, I admit I've heard of this Balehide fellow. His idea of pro-machinating every continent is certainly an outlandish one.
I know, sir. And he's using powerful mechanical weapons called Machina Arma to make it happen. The Quaestor believes it will be difficult to stop him without the assistance of each nation's leader.
The Quaestor? You mean Cerberus?
So, like, I feel like we should be clear about something that's going on here.
Certainly it would be unlikely.
Is Varys committing treason by doing this?
But matters of
Like,
foreign policy
he's
require
actively
King
sending us
Latican's
out
judgment.
to recruit
So
an
what
alliance
happens if King Laticon agrees to it?
to put a stop to the plans of the guy who is presumably going to
Those
be
two
the
that ran
next
off earlier
emperor.
Were the king and your son?
Yeah, now you
My
bring it up.
son, Gibari. Thanks to him, King Latican's picked up all
Like,
sorts of unkingly habits. I'm
And he's
embarrassed
not
to
doing
say
this,
those
like,
two are
quietly
always on the
either.
loose like that.
Like, that was a big part of the thing about in the last video.
Yeah, we got ceremonies here.
Yeah, like, everybody openly knew that we were working with Varys, so...
Go after him?
Hell if I know. I figured we might be entering, like,
Yeah, good idea.
JRPG politics here.
Sir Rambari, with your leave, we'd like to go after King Laticon.
Of course. You'd be doing me a favor. Please, bring the king and that blasted Gibari back.
Yes,
I'll come meet you
Just-
once I've
just
finished
go and
practice
get-
with the knights.
the king.
Thank you, sir. If
The
you'll
king
excuse us
and
then.
his idiot son, let's not forget.
This is, like,
Sagi, I nearly forgot.
we got JRPG
If you're going to
politics,
Nashira,
JRPG
Be
diplomacy,
careful.
and JRPG whatever the hell
They
this
think
is.
Outsiders, forgive me. It's just they don't take kindly to folk from other lands. There's a saying: the coming of visitors heralds a poor catch.
Ah, so they're hella racist.
I'll be mindful of that.
What is the symbolic significance of the catch? Also, like, I don't know, I feel like these two myths have a synergy in which the arrival of outsiders permitting a poor catch will, like, negate the influence of the ruin brought by the king seeing the catch. Like, I don't know.
To me, it sounds an awful lot like they're just coming up with an excuse for why the catch was bad. Ah, see, the outsiders saw it, so of course it was terrible.
The outsiders ruined the catch.
Right, but there weren't any outsiders this time. Oh, that's because the king saw it this time. That's also trash.
I don't know where even to begin with these local superstitions.
Anyway, let's put that aside for now. We're gonna do some family bonding.
Right, yes. This is totally relevant to anything.
That's right. They live right next door to Grandma, but they are not permitted to see her because she hates her mother-in-law.
Ours is a transgenerational household. It's all the rage these days. What? Is it historically unprecedented for anybody to have, like, I don't know, their children in a house with them? What does this mean? Like, it sounds like what was actually happening is they got the in-laws living here, where it's like this on account of a marriage. So, like, okay, is that what they're trying to hint at as being, like, revolutionary? But, like, okay, sure, whatever. Somehow this comes down to Magnus again.
Well, you see, we've captured the fundamental essence of secretly caring about your daughter-in-law, and we're going to give it to her, so that she knows the truth about the mother-in-law that she hates so much. But also, we got a free revival item out of it, and, you know, that's good enough for me.
Oh right, yes, we have previously established that I guess these things are also just audio logs now, so then now sometimes when we have the fundamental essence of something, it's just a recording of somebody talking about it.
Well, fortunately, we have a lot of mail that has arrived in, like, the 5 seconds that it took us to fly to Diadem.
How is this reaching us? What is the actual logistics of the mail? Also, what is going on here?
We're still fine. You know, we're still young. We don't need life insurance. That's just silly.
Yeah, that's definitely valid. So what was that about an instructional Magnus? Like, once again, I need to explain to people in this world that's just paper. You've just written things down on paper. Like, seriously, that letter raises so many questions about how the mail is actually working. Like, what's going on here? How is it addressed? How is it delivered? How are we reading it? How is the shopkeeper doing this?
Yep, I'm sure we will, Giacomo.
Yeah, the day we crossed the Dark Service, that definitely is a thing that happened. That way around.
I'm trying to decide if that would have been better by having more typos or none.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's a way that letters written by children sound, and that ain't it.
Anyway, all of that was just pointless fluff. This is what we're actually here for. This is the side quest that allows us to advance a rank in the Colosseum.
Oh, there's whole side quests about that. It's not just winning battles.
Yeah, once you reach enough points, the game sends you on some kind of fetch quest, and then until you clear it, you're stuck at your current rank.
Wow, it's a good thing they dragged it out, otherwise it would be, like, brisk. And, like, satisfying, and we can't have that, can we?
Now, fortunately, this particular side quest requires us to get some medicine from the doctor in Sheliak, and wow, what a weird coincidence! We just so happen to be in Sheliak.
Stop making such a big deal out of everything! I'm sick of lying around in bed every single day! Just let me do what I want! Who cares what happens to me? It's my body!
Elle, don't talk like that. I want you to live. I wish you didn't have to be in pain, but you need to hang on to hope and keep living.
Well, this'll be feel good.
Yeah, you may want to keep that one on the down low there, kid. Just a hunch.
I'm sorry about all the noise. Elle is coping with a very serious illness.
Oh, she's sick.
Yes, she's going through such an ordeal. It's no wonder her emotions take over from time to time.
Isn't there some way to help her?
Such a cruel fate.
Believe me, I've exhausted all that modern medicine has to offer in hopes of saving her.
Oh man, we're gonna have to try alternative medicine
no
involving
treatment
fundamental
seems to be of
essences
any
of something
effect.
particular
Her
that
condition
happens
is
to be
rapidly
in a
declining.
nearby
I'm at
dungeon.
wit's end.
I mean, that's one idea. That's one idea.
Would you quit talking about me?
But have you considered instead that we could make her better by just
you
beating
there.
the shit out of
Those
lots
dog
of
tags
dudes?
around your neck? Those are for the Colosseum.
I mean, I can see it, and I can respect that as a quest progression.
That's right.
Whoa, cool! Then you must be one of the Colosseum's fighters. What's your name?
My name? It's Sagi.
Sagi? Never heard of ya. You sure you're not some kind of wuss?
I mean, we literally did a regicide. That's what the record says anyway.
So what if
We
I
were
am?
going to do a regicide, and then somebody beat us to it, and then this made us mad because we didn't get to do it ourselves and instead just got blamed for it. Question mark?
A favor?
They literally put in the papers that we did a regicide. We got proof. We got credentials.
Fireworks?
Yeah, real big ones. That way I can see them from here.
How do we get them to set off fireworks?
Oh, come on. Everybody knows that. You have to become champion.
Champion?
Yep.
So yeah, like I said,
If you're entered in the
we could
Colosseum, then you must
attempt
be
to help this
champion,
child
right?
with medicine,
So do
or
it.
we could just
Become
beat the shit out of
champion
lots
and
of
just look at the
dudes.
fireworks
And
as
that
a
will help
bonus.
instead.
We're
You
gonna
don't know
literally
how
cheer
happy
her
that
better.
would make me. I bet
Mind
I
over
might
matter.
even get better.
Doctors don't know
In
shit.
fact, I know I will. So make them set off some fireworks for me, please.
JRPG medicine alongside everything else.
You heard her. What do you say?
Well, our hands are tied. I mean, this sounds like tedious nonsense, and it's gonna take, like, the whole length of the game, and it's gonna be neck deep in complete bullshit, but, like, fuck it, we're doing it.
Woohoo! Attaboy! You are the coolest ever, Soggy! I knew you'd say yes!
So, remind us, Doc, what's the prognosis on this illness?
I'm gonna stay
It's gonna be a while, right?
keep an eye on the Coliseum. I don't want to miss it. Now go out there and kick some butt, Soggy!
Man, what is all this international political intrigue next to the momentary appreciation of a small child?
Look, the child wants violence, and by God, we're gonna give her some violence.
Like, in the abstract, I can respect the child. I just, like, you gotta think Sagi could, stand to enact some perspective here. But, of course, I feel that might be asking a bit much. But sure, whatever, like, we can't rank up until we do this, even though we've done the points. But we literally can't do this until... This is such a weird way of progressing.
Anyway, while we were here, I did the first round of the rank 2 fights. It's just all the volcano monsters again, so...
That sounds awful.
Might as well knock that out while I'm here.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, this seems important. They just kinda gave us the dog tags and were like, yeah, you're a fighter now.
Cool, great.
Yeah, it sure would be a shame if the game, told us who any of the entrants that were sponsored by Mr. Paney were.
This was like a whole thing that they just kept from us this whole time. What the hell?